All right, I think we can go ahead and get started. So hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. And as the song said, time to celebrate. So hi there, I'm Jacob Sachs. I'm one of the two Alchemist Kitchen program managers, and really excited to have you all here for our graduation of our 7th AMA cohort. This has been an especially great one. So just a little rundown of how this graduation is going to go. We have some special speakers at the beginning. We're also going to take this opportunity to thank many of the people who made this program happen. And you're going to be able to hear from a couple of the participants about what their experience was like. And then we're going to get to the good stuff, the meat and potatoes, if you will, to use a food analogy, because this is AMA. And that is the participant presentation. So each business that's graduating has a slide deck and a presentation to let you know about their business and who they are and how to find them and why they're awesome. And so we will get to those and you will hear from everyone. So I think it's going to be a really great graduation, and I'm excited you all joined us. As you are doing in the chat, feel free to just keep sending those messages of encouragement and congratulations. And, you know, when people do their presentation, you can say, oh my God, that hot sauce looks amazing, or that jam looks so good, or I can't wait to eat those cookies. Yeah, feel free to keep the chat flowing. It's a celebration. Let's have a good time. So that's enough for me right now. I'm going to turn it over to Seinabu to introduce herself.
Awesome. Thank you, Jacob. Wow, number 7 already. Lucky number 7. It's been a great time working with all of you the last 12 weeks. Again, like Jacob said, my name is Seinabu. I've been with Alchemist for almost 6 years with a lot of food access work. But near and dear to my heart is the AMA program. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you to number 7 for all your hard work and all your engagement over the last 12 weeks. It's been really wonderful. And with that, before we get into the speakers and the graduation itself, let's talk a little bit about AMA for those that don't know what you've been up to. So AMA was started after a feasibility study and lots of planning, sweat and tears sometimes. We launched in the summer of 2019. And since then, we've graduated 118 businesses, of which 73% were entrepreneurs of color, 64% low income, 64% women's, 25% LGBT A+ owned businesses. And in this cohort in particular, we're graduating 16 businesses with 48 hours of instructions and 30 wonderful guest instructors who have donated their time to lend their expertise to all of us in the room today. So thank you for that. And with that, I also want to mention that we are supported by a lot of funders, a lot of supporters, a lot of friends and family like you all in attendance. And we also, like donations. It helps keep the lights on, help things keep flowing. So with that, Julie is also posting a link in there. If you want to donate, pay it forward to the next group of folks coming in the spring. We would love that. So go ahead, if you're feeling generous, put that, click on that link afterwards. We'll share it again towards the end. And with that, we'll get into the graduation. So coming up next, we really are so excited to have some wonderful words for our Assemblywoman, Doris Matsui. We want to thank her for taking the time to record some wonderful words. Let's take a listen.
Hi, everyone. It's wonderful to join you for this special day. Congratulations to all the graduates. You each have worked hard to get to this day. And now you are ready to share your business with all of us. Thank you to Sam and everyone at Alchemist CDC for everything you do for our community. This Microenterprise Academy and all of your graduates are bringing exciting new ideas and products to our region. Baked goods, jam, salsa, salads, hot sauce, and more. I cannot wait to join my fellow Sacramentans in trying your creations. Sacramento is a hub of our region. We have clear ideas that we deliver on, and it's small businesses like yours that are the backbone of our local economy. Now, I might be a little biased, but I think the Sacramento food scene belongs with the best in our country. We're not only the farm to fork capital, but we're also full of innovators like yourselves. In Sacramento, our entrepreneurial spirit fuels our region's economic development. We support our innovators and our small businesses because we know that you are the economic drivers that support our community growth today and sustain it for generations. Now that's what makes Sacramento a great place to do business and a wonderful place to live and raise a family. I know that your businesses will build upon this foundation. I wish all of you the best of luck on your journey, and I cannot wait to see your businesses thrive. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Well, thank you to Congressman Matsui for those great words coming from the California 6th Congressional District here in Sacramento. I think she really spoke for all of us there, saying we can't wait to try your food, support your businesses, have you operate in the community. I'd like to introduce myself. For those who don't know me, my name is Sam Greenlee. I'm Executive Director of Alchemist Community Development Corporation. And I'm so glad to be here today. I love these graduations. And my favorite part is toward the end when we get into each graduate's presentation of their business concept, their product idea, although I always walk away hungry. If you're not familiar with Alchemist, this program is one part of what we do. A quick overview. We have the Alchemist Kitchen program that includes the Micro Enterprise Academy that Sainabu introduced you to earlier. It includes an incubator program that follows that, a commissary kitchen where these small businesses can actually start and affordably begin production. We also have two other main programs, including a program working on green space and community gardens, where we help create and maintain community gardens and parks in communities that are underserved with those. And we also have our CalFresh at Farmers Markets program. So if you're not aware, most of the farmers markets in the Sacramento area accept CalFresh, EBT. At many of the markets, we are the people there processing those transactions, making that happen, and bringing in special incentives so that EBT dollars are matched to help stretch grocery budgets even further and support local farmers. So that's a little glimpse into what we do around here. But I'd also like to move on and thank the funders who make this possible. So we've got many funders supporting Alchemist as a whole, but these funders you see on the screen are especially responsible for the fact that this cohort exists, the Micro Enterprise Academy exists, our entrepreneurship program as a whole is able to serve cohort after cohort. So thank you to Umpqua Bank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, USDA's NIFA, Kaiser Permanente, JP Morgan Chase and Company, Five Star Bank, FHL Bank San Francisco, and the California Office of the Small Business Advocate. To you, we give a standing ovation.
And next up, we are going to hear from one of the people who are graduating today. We're going to hear from Ketana Jones of Creative Madness Kitchen and hear a little bit about Ketana's experience in the program. So Ketana, over to you.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to just witness these amazing, oh man, my classmates are amazing. When you first come into you're afraid or nervous or don't know what you want to do or scared or trying to figure out, if you're going to be great or not. But it was so cohorted that everybody together did it together. It was a team. I appreciate how Amma did a whole structural for us, because when you're starting a business, you're not sure you just know, oh, I'm a cook or I'm a bake or I'm gonna have this and that, and not knowing exactly, how to start it or what to do. You just have an inkling of what you might want to do. But Amma did a whole structural piece for us to where each step was gracefully touched on so we wouldn't miss a beat. The teachers, Jacob, Cinnaboo, they did an amazing job with making sure we can keep open communications to have amazing conversations, or if we were struggling, if you were sad, you could have a counseling session too. And so the speakers came in and did their thing with explaining to us every bit, and they've got lives too. And so people that had like school or work or other things outside of this, I know coming just Tuesdays and Wednesdays probably was a lot just in instructional. But for me, I didn't have anything. My job is the two businesses I own, but Creative Madness Kitchen is a love, it's a passion. And I appreciate them for taking the time to groom me for this. It was a grooming session for us. This was grooming us to be great and amazing and showing people our talents and our love and what we can do. This was the best cohort that I've ever been in, and probably the only one I've been in. Everything I've probably stopped doing, but they made it so we can learn it and understand it because it was for us. So all the speakers and the advice and the pitch coach and the vision board coach and the tax boards and packaging and what you should do and all of that was a lot for us to take in, but it was amazing to get it. I want to say this real quick. Somebody believed in me and introduced this to me. And I appreciate her because she's seen something that I probably haven't seen or how greatness I was within myself. So when she introduced this to me and I graduated today, I was so ecstatic that it still seems unreal. So I appreciate Amma for creating this platform for us, low income, government housing, all of it. Anybody was able to come and be great. It was a safe space. So those that want to do a program like this, don't be scared. Come on in because it'll be super dope. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Who's cutting onions in here? Is anyone else feeling the love? Thank you so much, Ketana, for your speech and your kind words. It definitely was a long road and a lot of work, and we all stuck by each other and helped each other and encouraged each other and gave each other feedback with all of our work and kids and jobs and responsibilities. And you guys all persevered and made it through to the other side. So awesome job. And thank you for volunteering to be one of our speakers. With that, speaking of guests and speakers and donating time, our program can't be anything without all of our guest speakers. So here's all 30 of them here. I won't read them all, but Jasmine of Jazzy Saucy Sauce was a graduate. We got Mark from Sacramento EMD, which is always helpful. We always want to make sure we're following our food safety laws. We have Deborah and Kurt and Judy from California Capitol. We have Monica from Pitt University that taught all of our folks how to do their pitches that you're going to see today, and many, many more. So with that, I want to give all of our guest speakers a standing ovation for a job well done. And with that, we want to move on and we want to highlight one of our guest speakers, and that is Kristen. She is with UC Davis. She's going to give us some encouraging words. She was actually with us from the beginning before we even launched, helping with our feasibility study, giving us feedback on our advisory board on how to structure and how to make sure we're hitting all those points. So thank you, Kristen, for recording this for us.
Dear Alchemist microenterprise organizers, program supporters, including friends and family of recent graduates, and especially dear graduates, congratulations to all of you. It takes a village. I can't be there in person today, but it was an honor to get to know you and be part of your journey. You will surely face additional challenges in making your dreams and business ideas a reality, but you completed an important step today and you're well on your way. I can't wait to see your products on the shelf of local grocery stores, attend events you are catering, or try your products via direct-to-consumer distribution channels. You have unique stories to tell, and what better way to do so than sharing foods and drinks? There's much more to learn and a lot more work to do to succeed in your business endeavors. It's my hope that we can continue to learn from and support each other. But today, please make sure you celebrate you and try to hold on to this feeling of accomplishment and hope. You are what is needed to make these dreams come true. Congratulations and well done.
Again, thank you so much, Christian, for your words. She's actually out of the country right now on another study session. So I thank her for standing ovation for her putting that together, so you guys know exactly how she feels about all of you and all of your hard work that you've done. And with that, we have one more student speaker who put in a lot of work, very encouraging to everyone else. And let's give the floor over to you. Thank you, Melissa.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Melissa Muganzo Murphy. My pronouns are she, they, and sis, and I am the founder of Mindy's Kitchen and executive director of Muganzo Entertainment. And you know, Ketana hit it on the head about all the different things and the ways that Mama really spoke up for us. However, I definitely want to let you know that I want to leave you with the acronym FOOD. And the reason I say food is because that's what brought us all here, food. So let's start with the word F, food. F stands for feelings. As an entrepreneur, you are going to go through hell of feelings of frustration, feelings of doubt, feelings of intimidation, feelings of thinking that you're not good enough. But the one thing about feelings, they come and they go. And you have to remember to stand firm in who you are and to recognize that when feelings come, you have the power to choose excellence and happiness and security over false evidence appearing real. You feel me? Next, we have the word food and the letter O for opportunity. In this life, our job is to execute every opportunity that is presented to us. Whether we are scared or not, you need to run towards that opportunity because that is the future telling you about all the dreams that are accountable and actually can come true in your life. Next, in the word food, we have the letter O again, and that stands for optimism. Optimism, because it's a mindset. You are actively choosing every day to execute the gift that is inside of you. If you know that you have a dream about food, about executing a business, about being an entrepreneur in this industry, it is your mindset that's going to keep you sane and working towards your goal of being that bad. You know what? I can't say it because we're recorded, but you know what I was going to say. You know what I was going to say. And last but not least, you have D for dream. You know, the really big thing about dreams, it's the future talking to you. It's the future telling you about what's possible inside of you that can actually happen in your life. You cannot ignore your dreams because that's the first part of you that's saying you can do this. And if you didn't think it would happen, you wouldn't keep dreaming about it. So remember, in this world, in this life, in this role as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, and as a cook chefing it up in that doggone kitchen, you remember that acronym FOOD as you're going in there to execute your dreams. We are in this together. I'm so thankful for Ahmad. It's changed my life. I'm so excited to be a part of this cohort, gang number 7. And I can't wait to connect with all of you and excel to the next level. Thank you all so much for this opportunity. Let's do this.
Thank you, Melissa. That was fantastic. And yeah, couldn't be more appropriate than food. So thank you for those kind words and great speech. So next, I want to talk about what's next for these AMA folks. So, you know, we went through this whole 12-week program. All these businesses that graduate now have the business plan. They have, you know, their roadmap to the future laid out, and they're going to be launching, or if they've already launched, growing their business further. And for us here at Alchemist, our next part of this program is the incubator program. So much like the 16 businesses today, all these businesses that you see here on the screen once came into AMA with just an idea and then went through AMA, developed that idea, and then have now launched their business and are in our incubator program. In our incubator program, we work one-on-one with these businesses to help them identify goals and achieve those goals. and take that really next big step in their business. So it's quite possible that businesses that are graduating here today are going to become part of our incubator and go on to really great and amazing things. And I want to give a plug. All these businesses that you see on the screen, you can learn more about them on our website, and you can find them all across Sacramento selling their goods. Please, please, please go out and support these businesses as well as all the businesses that you hear about today, because for a small business, having the customers, that's what makes you tick. You know, they're making the products so that they can be enjoyed. So please find these businesses and enjoy their products. So we also wanted to do a thank you for everyone who made it on the graduation today and give out a prize. So Sam has been collecting the names of the folks that are on the here with us today, and we are going to do a prize to win a gift basket of goods from businesses in our incubator program, from some of those businesses in the slide that I just shared. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and turn it over to Sam to do
as I load this up, I just want to note, I dropped in the chat the gift guide. We have a holiday gift guide for the incubator businesses right now. You can find about catering or great holiday gifts. And yeah, we hope a lot of these businesses one day are in that gift guide from the incubator. So let's move over to my screen. And we have the wheel of names. Let's I don't have any music to build tension, but the tension is here.
Who's it gonna be?
Tamisha.
All right.
Woo!
Congratulations. So we will reach out and connect with you to find a way to get you that prize basket.
Awesome. Congratulations, Tamisha, for your win. I hope you enjoy all of your goodies. Post and maybe post to our Instagram to let us know how much you enjoyed that once you get it. With that, there'll be another chance. Don't worry, there's another chance towards the end to win another awesome basket from our A-Kippers there. And with that, we have one more guest speaker before we get to the goods, the presentation, and that is some words of encouragement from our mayor, Daryl Steinberg.
Your mayor, Daryl Steinberg, and I wanted to take just a few moments to say how proud I am of this graduating class of AMA participants. Congratulations on completing your 12-week course, 16 new Sacramento businesses. Wow. Your effort here will pay dividends down the road, not only for you, but for our community and your customers as your businesses grow. A first-class city like Sacramento needs first-class businesses driving our economy. We want a vibrant and bustling Sacramento filled with art, with culture, and of course, good food. You are all providing something great to Sacramento. This year's class has everything from salsa and hot sauce to tea and jam, and who can say no to more baked goods? I'd also like to thank the staff and the volunteers in the Alchemist CDC for putting together a great program and continuing to support our community. I appreciate your continued focus on minority and women-owned businesses. I'm so proud to have all of you stirring the pot here in the Farm to Fork capital for sticking with it and making an investment to yourselves and our city. To each and every one of you, thank you. I wish you nothing but success in 2023 and throughout your lives. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Steinberg, for those really nice words. And yeah, I am very excited as well. All right, so I think the mayor is going to wrap it up with the intro parts here, and now on to the great stuff, the presentations from all the ALMA graduates. So without further ado, our very first graduate is Adriana Jones. Congratulations. Adriana, I'm gonna turn your first slide on and turn it over to you.
Great. Thank you, Jacob. Hi, everyone. I'm Adriana, and I'm here to introduce you to the Cake Garden. Next slide, please. The Cake Garden is a cottage food bakery operating out of Sacramento, California. We specialize in small batch, gluten-free desserts and pastries. Next slide, please. The Cake Garden is operated by me. I am currently taking this on as a solo venture as I build my dream from a concept to reality. I've been a baking enthusiast for many years. I started at the age of 10 with Betty Crocker box cakes and tubs of pre-made buttercream. And I've expanded my skills into cake decorating and recipe development. Next slide, please. Most people associate baked goods with an unhealthy lifestyle, and that's because most baked goods are made with bleach flours, processed sugars, and highly saturated oils. Next slide, please. The Cake Garden offers an alternative solution. We start with nutritious fruits and vegetables, locally sourced from our community partners and they have farms and gardens that we find our products from. We use medicinal herbs and botanicals, natural sugars, and locally milled gluten-free flour to create products that feed the mind, body, and soul. Next slide. We'll be focusing on 3 distinct customer groups. Our first group is an allergy group, specifically those who suffer from celiac disease or have a gluten intolerance. Our second group is healthcare workers, as Sacramento is dominated by 4 major healthcare systems and employ up to 120,000 people. And our last group is conscious food consumers. More and more people are demanding transparency with their food, and we're here to offer that to them. Next slide. Trends like healthy alternatives for baking have been trending. It's grown by 3.45% in the last year, and it's predicted to dominate the specialty bakery market. We plan to be ahead of that swing. Next slide. Currently, the Cake Garden is operating out of a small studio kitchen measuring about 120 square feet. We have a 5-year goal to open a retail location, which will have small cafe and event space. It will have a garden, and we will be renting this space out for private and community events. Sales from our retail location will go to fund community guerrilla gardening projects. We believe that healthy food should be accessible to everyone, and we want to help promote that. So we hope that foodscaping programs will do that. Next slide. The Cake Garden is a budding business. We have plans to launch June 2023. So we ask that you follow us and watch our journey. You can follow us on Instagram at the Cake Garden Gross. And I hope to see you all next year when we launch in June. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Adriana, on a job well done. I can't wait to have some delicious cake in the future. With that, we're going to move on to our next speaker, and that is Aliza Grant. And an extra congratulations to her for perfect attendance. I will throw this floor over to you.
Hi, thank you. My name is Aliza Grant, and my business is called Kitchen Sink Foodie. I create soulfully inspired cuisine crafted with the love and diversity of flavor. I grew up in a household of Southern cooks, and the one thing I learned from my family is how to utilize everything to create flavor and love in the food. I grew up hearing whatever we got is going to go in the pot, and that's the approach I use being a chef and a cook. Next slide. I'm the chef and owner of my business. I've been a passionate home cook for about 15 years. I then attended culinary school and graduated in 2019, and I've been working professionally in the industry for about 6 years. Next slide. The problem that I help people with during mealtime is cooking is hard, frustrating, and time consuming. Yet people still want to have access to fresh, sustainable food at mealtime. and they want to get out of the cycle of going to drive-throughs and eating fast food, and they want to feed their families healthier food. Next slide. The solution is I provide busy and frustrated people options at mealtime. They can order from my seasonal menu and understand that food will be taken care of, and they can relax and spend more time with their family and friends, not stress over food and a long busy day, and just relax and eat healthier. Excuse me, and eat healthier a few more nights a week. Next slide. My target market is 18 to 80-year-olds living in the North Sacramento area, which is where I am located, including Art and Arcade, Fair Oaks, and Carmichael. These people are living busy lives, don't have time to cook properly for themselves, yet they still want interesting food to eat that brings value, variety, and flavor, and they don't mind spending the money to save time and create a nice experience for themselves. Next slide. My business model, customers can pre-order and pick up food from me at a designated time and location, or I can provide limited delivery depending on where they live. I also offer catering by appointment, as well as meal prep and special requests. Catering is done through family style service, and I can also do buffet. My future goals for a kitchen sink foodie are to expand my marketing and advertising with the website and Facebook ads so I can increase sales. I would also like to get involved in a charitable organization that can help me feed families. Food insecurity is something that's very difficult to deal with because there's plenty of food out here, so no one should be starving. Next slide, please. You can follow me on multiple platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, as well as Twitter. And you can also check me out on my WordPress blog. It's kitchensinkfoodie.wordpress.com, where I upload recipes, tips, and hacks in the kitchen. And I want to thank you for your time.
Great job, Aliza. And this reminds me that a lot of these businesses, you will be seeing how to follow them. And I definitely encourage everyone to follow them. If you follow at Alchemist CDC on most social media platforms, we did post yesterday a image that has all the graduates and their social media handles. So if you want to get a jump start on getting them, or if you miss one because the slide goes by too fast, then follow Alchemist CDC and then catch that post that has all of them listed. All right, so that's going to take us to our next awesome AMA graduate, and that is Amber Westbrook. Rad. Amber, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jacob. Hi, everybody. I am the owner of Mindful Jams and Snacks. I do have my partner, Christina Lupo, here with me as well. We started this business because we believe in quality ingredients and a tried and true process that will offer the best product. Homemade jam that we do has no pectin, no preservatives, and no concentrates. So what you expect to get in your jam, you will actually get. Next slide, please. So me, Amber, I will be managing the day-to-day operations of the business. I have many years experience assisting my mother in running her business. And I started this business to just bring that fresh flavor of jam with clean ingredients to the markets in my community. I am very passionate about customer service, delivering what customers want, and recipe development. Christina is my partner, and she's passionate about driving the efficiency and productivity of operations in business. And she enjoys learning and sharing her knowledge of products, materials, and composition of products with our customers. Next slide, please. So why do the small batch jams using quality ingredients? Well, large companies use ingredients in their products that change the authentic taste of jam. Many companies get the cheapest ingredients to cut costs at the sacrifice of quality. So in other words, I don't know about you guys, but if you go to the grocery store and you try to buy just a regular strawberry jam, oftentimes, if you look at the back and read the label, there's things like white grape juice concentrates. I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying to just have strawberry jam. Next slide, please. So what our fellow Sacramento community members will be choosing. Sacramento does not have another jam maker that specializes and focuses on elements that you see here on this slide. The low sugar to fruit ratio, as an example, is uncommon in the jam making business. We also offer a sugar alternative that allows people to eat healthy and keep their health and their diets in mind. Next slide, please. So our target market is geared towards health conscious individuals who love to eat sweet things or love to eat fruit-based things, but also are concerned with things like glycemic index and specific diets that keep the sugar out of it. Small batch jams are also targeting people who in general love to use jams, not just on bread, but in their cooking. These are just some photos from events we've done. Next slide, please. So talking about growth, in the next 3 years, we expect to see exponential growth. We want to be selling in at least one store in the Sacramento area, something like the Co-op. We do expect to have outgrown our CFO-A within those 3 years and be moving into CFO-B. We expect social media to continue to grow and our online sales to grow. We do have our website set up for shopping, and then we do local markets and special events here in our community. Next slide, please. So how to get in touch. All our information is here. We do keep an updated schedule on our Instagram and on our website, and we are so excited to meet all of you. Thank you so much.
Great job. Congratulations, Amber and Christina. Up next, let's take a moment to celebrate Anna Galvan. Anna, the floor is yours. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sinaba. All right, welcome to A New Way to Charcuterie. Next slide, please. My name is Anna Galvan, owner and curator at Finicky Food Grazing Company. As a mom of 4 now adult children, I've been putting together snack trays and plates for years, but my emphasis has always been on beautiful presentations. I also love to entertain and bring people together over good grazing foods and drinks. Next slide, please. Since we eat with our eyes first, imagine looking at a beautifully presented charcuterie board. Imagine taking a scrumptious looking grape off the board and putting it in your mouth, but it's not the taste you expected. Instead of a juicy sweet grape, it tastes like the salami that was placed next to it on the board. How about biting into a cracker from a charcuterie cup only to realize it's soggy because it was placed next to the fresh fruit? Stale breadsticks, anyone? Next slide, please. At Finicky Foodie, we go the extra mile to make sure our boards and cups are artfully curated to ensure each component stays appetizing and fresh for our customers and their guests. So no grapes tasting like salami and no stale crackers. Additionally, we are based near Sacramento, the farm to fork capital. And as such, we have the ability to locally source the best seasonal ingredients for made to order creations. Next slide. So when it comes time to relax with friends, celebrate milestones, or have a date night, you shouldn't have to use your valuable free time at the grocery store hand selecting a variety of items that go into a charcuterie board. We do the shopping and custom create a unique artistic board so our customers can enjoy their well-earned time off. Next slide, please. Finicky Foodie Grazing Company is a business-to-consumer model. Initially based on social media, we hope to expand to local farmers markets in the near future. One of my goals when starting Finicky Foodie is to be able to give back to the community by donating a portion of sales to youth outreach programs. Next slide. Please follow me on Instagram or Facebook to learn more about my business. Thank you.
Great job, Great job, Anna. And yeah, we were lucky enough to do a sample swap recently where we got to, some of the businesses in the program came together. We got to try some of their products, and the Finicky Foodie Charcuterie Cup was definitely one of my faves. It was fantastic. All right, so that's going to take us to our next awesome AMA graduate, and that is Delecia Sydnor. Delecia, I will pull up your first slide and over to you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Delecia. I am the creator of Kabuki. gourmet giant stuffed cookies exploding with flavor. I created Kabuki because I believe desserts, like all things in life, need to be a bomb experience. Next slide. Unfortunately, dessert customers get anything but that experience. Customers yearn for comfort flavors, flavors that remind them of home. Desserts like Granny's baked cookies and Mom's homemade apple pie. Customers also want fair price desserts. Inflation is real and desserts are priced way too high. Lastly, customers want extraordinary sensory experiences, food that looks, smell, taste, and make them feel good. Customers are also tired of overly sweet buttercreams, inedible fondants, and excessive frostings on their desserts. Next slide. Kabuki is the solution. We offer new twists on nostalgic flavors. Flavors just like Granny and Mom used to make, but with twists and a flair. But they're just as big. Our cookies range between 5 and 8 ounces. They're shareable and they're a bang for your buck. Next slide. What sets Kabuki apart is our stuffed cookies. We take our brownies, our muffins, our breads, our cookies, our cakes, our candies, our confections, and we stuff them inside of our iconic cookie doughs. Next slide. Kabuki has a unique customer base. Our target customers are those who embrace the cheat day, those who indulge, the sweet toothies, the guilty pleasure at all costs dessert fanatics. Kabuki welcomes you with open arms. We are judgment-free. Next slide. Our vision is to be the funnest, freshest, flair-forward cookie spot in all of Sacramento. We will do this through our product, our PR, and our projections. Fun fact, Americans consume over 2 billion cookies a year, with the average American eating about 35,000 cookies in their lifetime. The studies show you're gonna eat the cookie, so you might as well make it Kabuki. Next slide. Kabuki is still in the beginning development phases of our business. We are looking for mentors to work closely with us so that we can bring our products to market. Once we do, we will notify Amma about all our social media handles. Thank you.
Awesome, congratulations, definitely delicious. Make sure you read some of the comments because they were deliciously hilarious. All the folks that were wanting your product shipped. So time to get moving. Hopefully you can get that mentor soon. So congratulations. Next up, let's take a moment to celebrate Imran Kakar, who is also another recipient of our perfect attendance star of approval. I'll leave the floor over to you. Congratulations.
Thanks, Zainabu. My name is Imran, and I'm the founder of Norm's Hot Sauce. Next slide. Norm's Hot Sauce is a hot sauce brand that was inspired by my father, Norm, who created the original recipe more than 20 years ago. And after years of enjoying this hot sauce, we decided, you know what, let's share this with the world. And, this speaks to our mission, which is to spread joy, create memories, and inspire by bringing people together with Norm's Hot Sauce. Next slide. The management team consists of myself as owner-operator, my father, Norm, as head of recipe development, and my brother, Farhan, as head of sales and marketing. Professionally, I bring more than 10 years of experience as a CPA, beginning my career with KPMG. Next slide. The problem that we see in the hot sauce market is that, what's available is either really just too dull or uninspiring, or they take it to the next extreme where it's just too spicy or overpowering. And, there's an opportunity here because there's not a lot of brand loyalty. In fact, more than 80% of hot sauce consumers are willing to try a new hot sauce brand. Next slide. And this is where Norm steps in, because we not only provide something that's tasty, spicy, but just as much tasty. And part of this comes from the fact that we source from locally sourced farms in California. And we love California, and the Fresno pepper itself is the base pepper that we use for all of our products. Our product line consists of original, chutney, sweet and spicy, and mango habanero. And it pairs very well with tacos, pasta, noodles, and seafood. Next slide. Our target market will consist of the 18 to 35 urban crowd, those heavily active on social media, the trendsetters, tastemakers, the foodies, and really we want to tap into this market and convert them from customers into loyal fans who we'll then call normies and represent us as brand ambassadors. The second market we want to tap into are the second generation couples or upstart families, and really those who may resonate with our values of belonging. Next slide. Our business model in the beginning will be business to consumer, specifically farmers markets. Really, we just want to get on the ground, just generate buzz, raise awareness. And once we've done that, then we'll focus on business to business, specifically food trucks and restaurants. And once we've established a strong market presence, then we'll partner with grocery stores and ultimately a co-packager. Next slide. If you're interested to learn more, please join us on Instagram or follow us on Instagram at Norm's Hot Sauce. And we plan to be in local farmers markets within 6 months. So please stop by when you see us. Thanks.
Great job, Imran. I stepped away briefly to show that I am a hashtag normie, loving it and excited to see your business grow. All right, that's going to take us to our next amazing AMA grad. It is Jamal Reddrick. So, Chef J. Red, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jacob. So, how's it going, everybody? My name is Jamal Reddrick. Most people know me as Chef J. Red. I'm the founder and owner of Chef J. Red Catering. Chef J. Red Catering, I pride myself on providing delicious, exclusive plant-based recipes you will not find anywhere else, as well as visually pleasing recipes that look just as good as they do in the pictures you're gonna see soon. Because let's be honest, don't we hate it when we go out to eat and you get your food in front of you and it doesn't look half as good as it did in the pictures? That's not the way we get down here at Chef J. Red. Next slide, please. A little background. Chef J. Red Catering is a team of one operated by yours truly. I've been cooking my whole life. Growing up in Oakland, California, I've spent several years in the kitchen learning from and helping some of my family members who were chefs with their own businesses. That's who you'll see in this picture on the right here. I got my pops on the left, my aunt on the right, who's actually listening in right now, and my lovely grandmother in the front doing her thing. Taking everything I've learned from my family of chefs, as well as my passion for food, I ventured out on my own and started my own catering company, self-titled Chef J. Red. Next slide, please. There's a real need for more delicious 100% plant-based caterers in the Sacramento area. There's also a need for more plant-based meal prep options. Next slide, please. Chef J. Red Catering fills this void by ensuring that all of our meals are 100% plant-based. No animal products have ever been cooked or prepared on any of our equipment. So you'll never need to question or worry about getting sick, from cross-contamination or anything like that. Next slide, please. Our target market consists of vegan/plant-based people, health-conscious people, entertainers, and sports players interested in plant-based food. I've been fortunate enough over the last few years to cook for quite a few celebrities. Like on the left here, there's a picture of me and R&B singer Bobby Valentino, about to dig into some of my spicy garlic noodles with chicken and beef teriyaki. And on the right, it's a picture of me and comedian actor JB Smooth, who flew me out to celebrate and cook for his birthday weekend last year. Next slide, please. Pre-ordering and picking up on specific dates is one way to get your hands on some of my food, or you can contact me about catering your events, which can either be serviced or have the food dropped off. Next slide, please. If you are interested in continuing to following me in my journey, or you simply just want to get fed with Chef J. Red, feel free to follow me on Instagram at chefj.red with 2 Ds, or on TikTok at chefj.red with 2 Ds, or you can shoot me an email at chefj.red with 2 Ds on gmail.com. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chef. Make sure you give him a follow so you can stay fed by Chef J. Red. Awesome. Next up, we want to give the floor over to Jesus Mata. The floor is yours. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sainabu. Hello, everyone. I'm Jesus Mata, and I am the proud owner and founder of Panaderia Agustina, aka Agustina's Bakery, offering traditional sweet Mexican bread and desserts We pride ourselves in providing a unique culinary experience with recipes that harken back the taste of home, provide joy and comfort, and bring people to celebrate together to celebrate life, and yes, to celebrate delicious carbs. So pictured here are myself and my grandma, my inspiration, whom the bakery is named after. My grandma made ends meet for her family in Mexico with bread sales and continued that tradition when she came to the United States almost 30 years ago. So being raised by my grandma, I grew up eating her delicious bread and learning how to bake. And as an owner, I will work on all of the aspects of the business, and my grandma will be chief executive of flavor, recipes, and tradition. Next slide, please. Our products for Agustina's Bakery will start off with a small limited menu, including empanadas, churros, and gorditas. Our sweet empanadas will be filled with flavors such as pineapple, coconut, pumpkin, strawberry, and more, depending on seasonality. Next slide. So a problem that we see in the industry of Mexican bread in our region is that the leading local bakeries have focused on quantity and mass production instead of quality and flavor. And Agustina's Bakery, of course, will successfully compete in the region by offering unique homemade style flavors and specialty products not offered elsewhere, and also offering unmatched customer service that makes people really feel like they are family. Next slide, please. For our target market, this will be focused on the Latino community in the greater Sacramento region who know and crave the homemade Mexican bread and have the highest probability of becoming loyal customers. We will target people who are looking for specialty baked goods for enjoyment during their celebrations, special occasions, parties, and holidays. Next slide, please. In terms of my business model, I am creating Agustina's Bakery as an LLC and a cottage food operation, direct sales to consumer, and offering pickup and delivery, accepting orders via phone, social media, and our website when that is live. So I encourage you to reach out to place an order with us once our operation is up and running. You can visit my website at agustina.shop or contact me directly via phone. And I look forward to sharing my product with all of you and in the community. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesus, and fantastic job. Looking forward to seeing Agustina's Bakery come to life. All right, that's gonna take us to our next awesome alma grad. You've already met her, Ketana Jones, but now you get to know all about the creative madness. So Ketana, over to you.
Take this walk with me with Creative Madness. Next slide, please. Creative Madness Kitchen. Next slide, please. Hi, I am Ketana Jones. I am the founder of Creative Madness and operations of my company. Next slide, please. The problem we have in West Sac is that there's no comfort food, no one's making Southern or just taking the time to introduce it. And if they do have it, it's probably secretly, but I'm here to bring out the Southern. Next slide, please. Creative Madness Kitchen is a street vendor. I'm a personal chef. I can come to your house and cater. I'm basically, I do fresh juices, meal prepping. I kind of put all my great grandmother's whole or elbows and hands into it. Next slide, please. My target is for the industrial companies that's in the back of West Sac that can't get to good foods, nurses, college students, single moms, people that want to quick and go and grab food and just get that good soul. And especially, we have a lot that's from the South and can't find like good soul food. So I want to be able to bring that to them. Next slide, please. I want to be able to pop up at farmers market and by hospitals and try to, you know, basically introduce it to a long field, just not just the industrial and certain people here, but just bring it out. And I want to be able to, some of the proceeds go towards like one-step programs for homeless people, so they can get a foot up in the world also. Because I was an addict, and my campaign is from an addict to an entrepreneur. So I want to be able to share this step to show them that they can do it too. Next slide, please. So of course, if you want to find me, you can find me on IG, Creative Madness, FB, Creative Madness. You can find my email is Creative Madness Kitchen. Pop-up shops, you will see me. Pow, pow, pow. Come bring, your palate some amazing food, and see you soon.
Awesome, excellent job. I am so very proud of and happy for you for all the work that you've done. And I can't wait for the pow, pow, pow on my palate with all your delicious food. With that up next, we have Kyla Watterson. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you as well. Throw it over to you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kyla Watterson, and I am the owner of Gaia Coffee, a Sacramento pop-up cold brew and tea shop. Next slide. At Gaia Coffee, we value protecting the earth and providing a delicious beverage to all. The Gaia Coffee team is made up of myself, I guess I'd consider myself the lead barista and creative director, and my mother, who helps me with setups, and I believe would consider herself the head taste tester. Next slide. The problem we find with the coffee industry is it's often overpriced, boring, too sugary, and inaccessible to all. At Gaia Coffee, next slide. At Gaia Coffee, all of our 20-ounce drinks are under $5, and we do not charge extra for non-dairy milks and any of our homemade flavors, which is virtually unheard of in the coffee industry. We believe give the cows a break here at Gaia. We also always have new and exciting drinks to try for each season. Next slide, please. So here's some of our delicious drinks we always offer. Next slide. For our target market, initially we expected about 15 to 30-year-olds that would be looking for interesting drinks to sip on while maybe they're shopping or out doing some homework or such. However, we have seen customers of all ages, from 5-year-olds wanting to try a rose lemonade, or maybe an older gentleman who got pulled out to the market by his grandchildren. Next slide, please. With a pretty open menu that appeals to most diets, we are able to sell to most of the population. As I briefly mentioned before, we are mostly pop-ups at flea markets and farmers markets, but we are also available for catering. The coffee and open air market industry are ever growing, as Reuters finds that sales by branded coffee shops in the United States increased by 10% in 2022. Next slide. So if you leave knowing anything about Gaia, know this. Gaia Coffee is adventurous and values the experience of the customer. We seek to provide a refreshing beverage for everyone. Gaia is nothing without a loving community. Feel free to catch us at our next pop-up. We always list these on our Instagram and TikTok. And maybe let us cater your next work party, birthday, or wedding. Feel free to reach out to us by email or phone. Thank you.
Great job, Kyla. And yeah, get yourself some Gaia coffee. All right, that's going to take us to our next actually pair of awesome ALMA graduates. We have Laurent Frazier and Walkita White Harris. And Walkita is another person that went above and beyond and came to every single ALMA class. Perfect attendance.
Yay!
Okay. I need to switch over to your slides. Okay, take it away.
Hi, my name is Walkita. My partner is Laurent Frazier, and we own Grumpy's Outlaw Kitchen. We're the bare necessities of spice. Next slide. About us, why we are so saucy. Next slide. We have my husband, who is the founder and the flavor scientist behind the sauces. Next slide. You have me being co-CEO along with Laurent Frazier. We also have Jessica Lee as our COO and Corey Simmons as CRDO. And we also have Jacob Douglas, our CFO. Next slide. Our company is here to address the lack of flavor that our competitors have. We are known to give you flavor first and then come back to hit you with the heat. Next slide. We first started this business in 2018, basically getting our ideas together and me being the taste tester as my husband was creating these sauces. 2019, we started to ask around, get more opinions, and people were like, we love the sauce. By 2020, the year that we got married, we founded Grumpy Outlaw Kitchen. Next slide. In 2021, we started to go up to events like farmer markets, co-ops, and now we're joining with AMA to grow our connections. Next slide. As I said before, our business is flavor first. That is the most important thing that we will always repeat and carry to our customers. We are aimed to reach women and men between the ages of 22 and 64. Also, dual households and single people. Next slide. What we bring to the table is quality first, premium ingredients, and supporting our local vendors with the fruits and vegetables that we put into our sauces. Next slide. As you can see, stacked with flavors for your taste, we have Burning Bear, No More Questions, Smoke Doctor, LA Smog, and Raspberry Rage. Next slide. In these sizes of sauces, we sell them in 5 ounces, 2 ounces, and if you want to be Beyonce with hot sauce in your bag, we got half of an ounce for our hot sauce lovers. Next slide. If you want to contact us, you can always hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, and also go to grumpyoutlaw.kitchen.com to purchase our merchandise. Thank you for having us.
Also, thank you so much for your awesome presentation and all of your teamwork. And congratulations on your perfect attendance. Next up, we want to take a moment to celebrate Lehma Sawez. Throw the floor over to you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I would like to introduce Nosh Cafe, which promotes a nourishing and plant-based Afghan cuisine lifestyle. Next slide. Nosh Cafe is founded by myself, Chef Lehma, and I was born and raised in the Sacramento region, which is home to a large Afghan diaspora. With a background in Afghan restaurants and imparted knowledge from my relatives regarding Afghan cuisine, I am passionate about starting up this food business, namely because there is no vegan or vegetarian Afghan options in or near Sacramento, let alone Northern California. Next slide. Growing up cross-culturally, I never quite understood the terms vegetarianism, veganism, because I always knew most of my diet is and should be plant-based, much like my mother's was, her mother's, and my great-grandmother's, and so on. When I was younger, my peers would talk negatively about vegetables, which is quite natural for young kids. But when I came home, my mom, she would come home with local produce from the local farmers markets, flea markets, etc. And she would spread her dollars very thin just to cook us incredible eggplant, okra, turnip, zucchini, squash, and much more, all spiced to perfection. I want to keep this spirit alive and promote Afghan cuisine in a way that feels authentic to the vast biodiversity of Afghan and California crops. Next slide. Nosha Jan is a saying in colloquial Farsi meaning, may it nourish your soul. And it's indicative of the hospitality and food etiquette of Afghan culture. It's a saying of endearment that I heard a lot growing up from my elders, and I hope to reiterate to my guests. Most of the food menu is solely plant-based, much like the majority of the population of Afghanistan, where meat consumption is considered expensive and a luxury. With this in mind, we want to provide nutritious meals at a rate not overly inflated, while also giving back to our community. Next slide. It is a goal of Nosh Cafe to address food insecurity and malnutrition, not only in Sacramento, but abroad. We will provide a portion of our sales to River City Food Bank, which provides our Sacramento community with support regarding food insecurity, as well as a SEAL app, which provides food kits to people in Afghanistan who are also facing food insecurity. Next slide, please. Nosh Cafe's ideal target customer is those of an adult age who are interested in Afghan cuisine, plant-based dishes, who want to try a new culinary experience from a culture often heard of, but not necessarily well known. With this in mind, we also want to provide those with vegan and vegetarian diets who will look forward to Nosh Cafe as an opportunity in town in Sacramento, California, to have a great dining experience that's different than other vegan and vegetarian food experiences. Next slide, please. In the next year, I hope to get this business in operation as a catering company, to work at pop-up events and markets such as farmers markets, art markets, you name it, anything involving the community. And then in the long-term future, I hope to have a brick and mortar restaurant where I can have my own family style ran menu, and where I can also host my own community events independently and also in collaboration with other local organizations and restaurants. Next slide. We plan to be up and running in the next year or so, so hopefully by the end of 2023. In the meantime, please reach out to us via email or Instagram. We have a Gmail account as well as an Instagram account that we hope that you will follow. And if you need a caterer, please reach out to me. And I thank you for your time, as well as the ALMA program for all the guidance and mentorship that they've provided. And thank you very much.
Great job, Lehma. And yeah, Nosh Cafe, we got the sneak peek at the sample swap and it was amazing. So you all should be very excited that this is coming to Sacramento very soon. All right, that's going to take us to our next Awesome Mama grad, and that is Leo Hickman. I need to pull up your slides. Give me a second. And there it is. All right, Leo, over to you.
Excellent. T-Man, T-Man, here comes the T-Man. Come and get your tea. Welcome to Classy Hippie, where tea is just the beginning. So listen, from my time in the military, I learned that they would travel to foreign lands, hold local events, and from those events, figure out how to get active in that local community. The light bulb goes off. TEA. I would create a tea company where all of our travel is funded by tea. Next slide, please. Awesome. So my name is Leo, as you see, and as I said, I've traveled quite a bit. The main issue that I've seen as I've traveled the world is social isolation. What that generally comes from is food insecurities, lack of jobs, and things of that sort. So I thought, oh, I could use tea to bring us all together. Next slide. What does all together look like? Well, first, I created a team. As you can see, we have our CFO, our logistics, and legal, marketing, operations, all taken care of. So we move forward into the future. Next slide. That looks like our urban tea garden, where not only do we have hydroponics systems running, we also plant in the ground, things like onions, potatoes, things of that sort. Next. In addition to planting in the ground, we do have a facility where we house our hydroponic systems. There you will find things like microgreens, lettuce, and we're playing around with tea, of course. Next slide. So how do you get a hold of all this goodness? 3200 Broadway. The address is the name. Come and visit us. Classy Hippie Tea has a lot going on, and all of it is housed at Broadway. Thank you.
Awesome, congratulations. Make sure you go see our local and famous T-Man to get your fix in the area, and look out for the growth and make sure you participate. With that, next up, let's take a moment to celebrate Linda Ferguson, who also received our stamp of perfect attendance. Congratulations, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Linda Ferguson. I am the founder and sole proprietor of Nutty Naturals, a packaged vegetarian frozen food company. We have one product so far, and that is a vegan nut burger. Next slide, please. And this is about the relaunch of this very popular, great-selling nut burger from the 90s. What are people looking for a healthy meat alternative? What is one that can be easily cooked at home, that's versatile, that can be substituted into any recipe that calls for ground meat? That would be Nutty Naturals Nut Burger. It's a simple vegan ground meat alternative. It's especially useful for those people that are just becoming plant-based eating, learning about that. You can take familiar recipes and put this product in it, and it has a similar texture to meat. So it's an easy adjustment into that lifestyle. Next slide, please. Nutty Naturals Nut Burgers is made of simple whole grains and bean sprouts that are cooked and then mixed together with chopped nuts, onions, garlic, and spices, formed into patties and frozen. And you can cook them right out of the freezer by taking the patty and putting it in a pan on the stove top. Cook it for 3 minutes on each side, and you make just your standard hamburger, vegetarian, of course. Next slide, please. Or you can chop the patty up and you can use it as a filling for tacos or enchiladas. You can also put it in pasta sauces or stuffed bell peppers. Almost any recipe that calls for ground meat, you can substitute Nutty Naturals Nut Burgers. Next slide, please. Simple, sustainable, vegan, delicious. Our goal is to get Nutty Naturals back on the market in 2023. And I am currently looking for a kitchen in the Carmichael area would be ideal because I live in Carmichael. So I'm looking for a kitchen that I can work out of to produce this vegetarian product. You can reach me by email, nuttynaturals2023@gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Great job, Linda. And the 90s are back, and so is Nutty Naturals. Looking forward to seeing it grow. Okay, that's going to take us to our next amazing alma grad. It's another person you've met already, Melissa Muganzo Murphy, and now you get to hear all about Mindy's Kitchen. So Melissa, over to you.
Thank you all so much. Again, my name is Melissa Muganzo Murphy, and my pronouns are she, they, and sis, and I am the founders of Mindy's Kitchen. And I'm super excited to share the team that is behind Mindy's Kitchen alongside with me on the next slide. These are all the wonderful folks, and Mindy's Kitchen is in dedication to my mom, who introduced me to plant-based eating and living as a child. And the plant-based way of living is also what healed me from fibroids and allowed me to introduce this as a business it's going to help my family produce generational wealth in the future. Next slide. Now, for me, I'm a salad baby. I love salads. I love robust salads. And what I noticed is that every single salad that is currently on the go has dairy in their dressings or in their salad options for toppings: cheese, egg, chicken, steak, you name it, they have it. And as someone that is plant-based and vegan, that tends to be a challenge. So I decided to do something about it. And on the next slide, that's exactly what Mindy's provides. It provides an option to have on-the-go salads that are completely vegan and plant-based and gluten-free and nut-free that you can take in a refrigerated plastic container on the go. Next slide. And when I think about eating salads, I think about me being in a rush and having little to no options for healthy eating. So that's airports and universities and truck stops. And when you're just in need of something outside of chips, cookies or M&Ms or things like that. And what I like to do is make sure that folks have options for these salads in places where they are pretty much considered food deserts. So when I think about areas where access to food is really, really hard or really, really expensive, having something like Mindy's Kitchen would be excellent for folks just needing something healthy and nutritious and dairy-free. And we're excited to do soft community launch next year in 2023 and 2024. And you can see us in Taylor's Kitchen, hopefully we're crossing our fingers, in Taylor's Market in the 5 Cents Coffee. And then also we plan to do our official launch on my mother's birthday on January 9th, 2025. And in our next slide, you'll see exactly what we need. We need you. We need you. We need community taste testers, and we need a co-packing facility to build that partnership. So if you're interested in being a community taste tester, follow us on social media so you can come get these nom-noms. And also if you have any connections to any co-packing facilities or any other options you feel will be available to help produce these products, please continue to hit me up. And on the next slide, you'll see the way to contact me. And I want to thank you so much for your current support, for my ALMA classmate support, and for your future support. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Melissa. I can't wait to shake up my health. Looking forward to being a community taste tester. Everyone's like, pick me, pick me. Yes, you're going to have a waiting list for that. Congratulations. Next up, we have Tivon Rhodes. Let's take a moment to celebrate him. The floor is yours.
Good evening. My name is Chef T. I'm with Try This Catering. I'm located here in Sacramento, California. I specialize in barbecue and seafood. I service the Sacramento and surrounding areas, but I am also willing to travel. Next slide, please. I am the chef and head owner of the business. I hire employees as needed for events. I hire food service workers, cashiers, and a setup and breakdown crew. The amount of staff needed for each event is depending on the size of the events. And next slide. Try This is here to provide Sacramento with an upscale barbecue and seafood catering company. The solution that I'm here to offer is that I offer custom meals so that no two events are ever the same. My target market is California's legal cannabis industry, and I also plan on vending at large outdoor events such as Foodie Land, as well as outdoor music festivals. I try and source as much local meat and produce whenever possible. And in the year 2023, I plan on doing 2 events per month with different dispensaries and cultivators as well. My contact information is right here on Instagram. You can follow me for all the pictures and latest updates. And once again, thank you for your time. This is Chef T with Try This Catering.
Well done, Tivon, Chef T. That was excellent. And that is our final presenter. So congratulations to all the graduates and great job on the presentations. But don't leave because we have our second prize drawing. So thanks for sticking it out and you might just get rewarded. I'm gonna stop sharing and let Sam reshare and we will do spin the wheel again.
Right. Back into the wheel of names.
Who's it gonna be this time?
Kaya.
Congratulations. All right. We will reach out to you and get you that basket of goodies.
Awesome. Congratulations to Micaiah. And congratulations to all of our graduates. You have made it. Time to put your tassel to the other side. Don't forget there is a link in the chat for donations if you would like to give and pay it forward to the next group. There it is dropping in the chat right now. Cue the music. You're ready to launch. Look out for their tags. Follow them on Instagram and all the social media, mentorship, co-packers, all those apps. Look out for our next group of awesome rock stars. You made it.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to stop sharing, let all the graduates wave goodbye and congratulations. Thanks to everyone who supported. You know, it takes a village and we appreciate your support. And yeah, look out for these businesses. So congratulations and good night.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Alchemist.
Thank you, everyone.